Good morning. It is currently about, I think it's like 5:15 a.m. on Monday, the 20th of November, 2023. And I don't know what, okay, maybe I do know what, but something has prompted me over this weekend just with a shift of perspective, and I just appreciate a lot more of what I didn't before, or I just appreciate different aspects of what I didn't before, and I just, overall share a different perspective. So I feel a lot more, I don't know. I'm having trouble articulating this, but I just wanted to make a video. Let's just not make it that deep. Hello. There's honestly not any great place to put you in this car, which is ironic because it's a very techie car, but I don't think it's that ironic at the same time because I don't think like Tesla was like, yep, let's make it for vloggers, although a lot of vloggers have it. So I'm just chilling in the car having my protein drink. I just had a client and now I'm just going to be working on my laptop for a little bit for about an hour, go for a bit of a walk. So probably not work for an entire hour because I got to go for a walk. How about this concept of self-doubt? Yeah, what about we just don't do it anymore? Like, what if we just don't have self-doubt? What if we just don't delay the things because we're scared? What if we just do the things? So I'm just going to do that, actually. I just decided not to have self-doubt. As much as I do honestly work through a lot of my self-doubt and I just do things anyway, whether it be like with gym, work, whatever, there's always moments where I can recognize that I'm holding back. So here I am admitting that I have been holding back in ways, mostly in career, I would say, and maybe personally. Maybe not. Probably mostly career. I just decided that I'm going to stop letting any self-doubt and fear kick me in the butt, because I'm going to kick it in the butt, and we're going to have a hella good rest of 2023. If you want to have a next level 2024, you can't be doing the same stuff as 2023. And I'm not going to sit here and wait for 2004 to rock around. We've still got 1 month and about 10 days left. So I'm not waiting. I'm going to put my foot down on the pedal now, pedal to metal, and we're going to accelerate into 2024 so that I've already got that ball rolling. And look, I'm more speaking from a point of career, but a lot of people might be able to resonate with this perspective for their health and fitness goals. You don't have to wait until Monday to start. You can start revving the engine now. Good morning. I am parked at Miami Beach right now. It is raining outside, so I don't know if I will get up. I don't think I have an umbrella. And I'm just doing some journaling this morning. I was guided by like the tarot cards. I just picked 3, ran with it, but also just did a lot of kind of just intuitive journaling, which is nice occasionally just to, brain dump a little bit. But it's been good kind of brain dumping, like positive things have been coming out of it, so that's good. And yeah, I kind of wanted to just touch on the importance of journaling, because I know everyone and their mum is like, you should journal. But like, why? And look, you don't all have to journal, and it's not best for everyone, and perhaps it's just not something that you should do every day. It really depends on the person and where they're at and why they're doing it, more importantly. For some people, if they're going to be procrastinating a lot and then they're using journaling as a productive way to procrastinate, that's probably not for you. But if you're using journaling to help you be more productive, not just in terms of like work or your health and fitness, but maybe it's like your mental wellness. Like maybe you need to take action, but you need to become more clear on what that action is in regard to your mental wellness or your personal development, so you need to journal about it. And perhaps even journaling can be part of that action. Whereas, yeah, when it comes to like health and fitness, oftentimes we can plan and plan all we want, but if we're not actually showing up and doing the things for our health and fitness, we're never actually going to achieve those goals. So take things with a grain of salt, and you can try everything, but you don't have to take everything as Bible. But here are some reasons why I love journaling. Number one, it's just a great way to get things out of your head. You don't have to do like structured journaling. It can just be a brain dump and just literally get those thoughts out of your head. Even if it's good, exciting thoughts, it's still going to dysregulate and overwhelm you at a certain point, or it could. So just getting it out on paper can also help bring you some clarity if you're not really sure what you're thinking, and you just need to dissect your emotions, dissect your thoughts, and then it's all kind of laid out there for you. You can pick out the keywords and go from there. Another reason why I like it is that it kind of can just bring you down to earth and remind you of what to be grateful for. Like if you're writing about any of your problems, or just something that you don't have yet, you're thinking like, oh, I don't have any of these things, I would love to get these, kind of a sort of manifestation kind of thing. But then you're able to see and journal about what you do have and be grateful for that. And with that, the more you practice gratitude and the more that you practice being able to recognize the small and regular sized and big things in life that you are grateful for, the more that you'll be presented opportunities and things to be grateful for, because they see it's not some kind of magic or anything. It's not like there's someone standing there waiting for you to express gratitude in order to give you something more to be grateful for. It's literally just you're expanding your mind to be able to recognize the things in life that you should be grateful for. So of course you're going to see more of them, and then you're going to act in accordance with someone who is happy, who is grateful, who is abundant, and you're going to receive more things like that, because it's like the eye of the beholder thing, and your life is going to be as you see it. So you've got to train your mind to see what you want to see, and you'll see more of it. And then another thing is just personal development wise, you can go deep in a journal. It depends on obviously your mindset around it. If you think that a journal is restricting because you've got to write things down and you'd rather talk things out loud, do a video or a voice recording journal, but writing down as well, like maybe you're worried that someone will read it, so just make sure it's something private for you so that you can truly be honest, and do like shadow work, ask really deep questions and actually get to the root of things, and then take action from there. And yeah, it's just a really cool way to explore your mind beyond the conversations that you might have with others, because I know as much as we can all say like we have deep conversations with others, we can always go deeper with ourselves, and we're always more willing to be more vulnerable with ourselves. And although it'd be lovely to get to the point where we can be vulnerable with others, this is a great place to start. Alright, so I'm home now from bouldering. I've had my breakfast, I've done a little bit of work. It's 9 a.m. and I am going to do some more work, and then I've got my Elevation Space call too. So Elevation Space is my 12-week group mindset coaching program, where at the very end of it we do a group photo shoot. So we've got a couple of girls in, and we've got our group chat set up, and we've had one call already, which was essentially laying out the fundamentals of self-love and confidence, and just overall feeling like a boss ass bitch that you are, and being able to continuously elevate. And in our second call today, we're going to be going over boundaries and standards, and these can be kind of taken as buzzwords now because they're very overused, but they're still very underestimated. Boundaries and standards, the ones that you actually uphold, will create your reputation, where you show up, how you show up in your health and fitness, career, relationships, and your own personal development. It's going to create your reputation. And yes, your reputation is going to impact how other people view you, respect you, and ultimately want to interact with you. But more than anything, it's going to impact the way that you want to show up for yourself continuously, and the way that you're going to ultimately trust and therefore love yourself. So if you feel like you don't love yourself, you don't have any confidence within yourself, you probably will also find that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your words. You don't trust yourself to show up for yourself. That means that your reputation is one that isn't trustworthy. And that's where you would look at your standards and boundaries, whether you even have them at all, whether you know what they are, but you need to enforce them. So get clear on what they are first, standards, boundaries, and then enforce them with yourself, with others, and with the things in life. So the way that I do this in the program is that I will have a Zoom call and it'll be mostly me talking. If anyone from the group or from, goes for any calls that I run, including masterclasses, if anyone that does show up live, if they have questions, they can obviously do the message in Zoom and then I can respond to it in the call. But for the most part, it's just me talking, kind of like a TED Talk, but online, like a masterclass, just on Zoom, and it's all recorded so that people that buy into that program, or maybe if it's a free offer, I do have one on my website that is free, all about actually achieving your fitness goals sustainably and making sure that you're not just going to keep saying I'll start again on Monday, but it's very tailored around the mindset and becoming the person that's going to achieve and be sustainable in their journey. So I do record all the sessions so that people that, even if they showed up live or if they couldn't make it live, they get the recording for lifetime access. They can listen to it as a podcast or they can watch it, sit down, journal with it, whatever. Okay, here is some just general life-changing advice that really I think was probably the biggest thing that helps me stay conscious and make decisions that ultimately serve me. And that is just, practicing being conscious in each moment and really just asking myself my intentions behind what I want to do. So whether I am wanting to do something because I just want that satisfaction, that dopamine hit, that emotional blanket, whatever it is right then and there, or is this something that's actually going to serve my ultimate vision, my ultimate goal, the way I ultimately want to feel? Is it just going to make me feel better right now but make me feel worse later? So just for an example, this morning I was really tempted to snooze my alarm. My alarm went off at 4:30 a.m. and when you get like that broken sleep right before you wake up, where you wake up a couple of times within the hour or your alarm, it's just not very satisfying when you eventually do just wake up from the alarm. So it was like that situation, but I thought to myself, I do feel like snoozing it right now, but I know that when I snooze it and wake up again, I'll feel like a little bit rushed and I won't have my proper morning routine. I won't really have much time to journal and be intentional with that, and then of course my day won't be set up as well. And although you can still make do with that, I had the opportunity then and there to make better do of my day and set my day up the way that I ideally want it. And so that's just one example, but maybe it also goes to how you react after receiving bad news and reacting from an emotional state. And in those moments it's hard, but you can still clock your own consciousness and see what your intentions are behind what you're going to say. Sometimes, especially in maybe an argument, it can be easy to want to say something that's going to hurt the other person, but is that going to ultimately serve the goal of that conversation? Probably not. It's just going to make more of a heated argument. You're not trying to be heard in that moment. You're not trying to get your point across. You're just trying to make them feel pain. And obviously that's not nice because you wouldn't like to receive that in return. So it's just bringing more awareness, consciousness to your thoughts and the actions that you want to do, and then making a more educated, more intentional decision behind your actions so that you do achieve all the goals that you want, because all of the actions that you're taking are done with intention, whether you decide to go to the gym or not because of what you want right now versus what you want ultimately. And you're allowed to slip up. Don't shame yourself for that, but just practice bringing more and more consciousness and intentionality to your life. Good morning. It is 7:47 a.m. on Saturday, the 25th of November. Oh my God, we're so close to the end of the year. I just wanted to finish off this video with just one more tip that I just think everyone needs to hear and actually integrate and understand. And I think it's probably more common for people before the age of 20, but even throughout their 20s, it's highly underrated. But it's also I don't know, a lot of the people in my life, they prioritize this, they know this, but it's also consumption bias. So hopefully you know this already, but if you don't, please know this now. Prioritize your sleep. overall health, yes, absolutely. But your sleep is just one of those quote unquote little things. Like, it's not really a little thing, but it's probably one of the biggest things that will impact you. It'll impact your appetite, it'll impact your mood, which will impact your thoughts that arise and spiral, and then that will impact your actions, and that'll impact your future. So, I mean, everything does compound and kind of spiral like that anyway, but sleep is such a huge thing that we have control over. If you've got a bed, try to make it as comfortable as possible. Try to make your environment, your room, as comfortable as possible to sleep in. And then, other than that, you have control over your schedule. If you're spending the last hour or two of your day sunk in your phone, it's probably not the best way to set yourself up for a good night's sleep. Something that I just started integrating only this week to help me with my sleep, which has helped a bit, well, also just with my life in general, but I have started limiting screen time on my phone. So essentially just limiting all social apps, and otherwise I don't really need to go on my phone unless it's like an email, but even then it's past 7 p.m. so it's like out of work time. Maybe I'll need to want to take a photo, and that's fine. Like, just little things like that, fine. But I'm not going to be scrolling through my phone on social media past 7 p.m. or before 5 a.m. That's just one thing that I do to help with my sleep, but before that anyway, it was pretty fine. It just takes more discipline to turn your phone off and not go on it when you're about to go to sleep, when you can just say like, oh no, a little bit longer. Whereas when it shuts off at 7, you've agreed on a time, whatever it is for you, maybe it's 8, maybe it's 9, you shut off at a time, and then that's it. And then you can still stay awake, but you can't be on your phone. And yes, maybe you can watch TV, but then maybe you set a limit for that. Or maybe you practice the discipline and just go to sleep at a certain time, and you feel so much better for it. Sometimes I still want to stay up, keep watching Friends past 8:30 a.m. or p.m. rather. But I'm like, nope, this is the last episode. I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm going to feel better for it. As soon as I close my eyes, I'll feel so much nicer. And I can keep watching this tomorrow. That's one of those things where it's like, oh, I just want to watch one more episode. I'm like, you can keep watching it tomorrow. It's not going to go away. You're likely not going to go away. So prioritize your sleep. It's also just one of the most underrated things if you want to grow your muscle, lose fat. It's just going to aid your journey so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some good tips from this video as well. And I will see you in the next video or vlog.